Welcome to Unshakeable with Human Design, the show dedicated to helping entrepreneurs use human design to shift from hustle to flow without sacrificing results. Come here to become an unshakable human and build an unshakable business according to your human design. I'm your host, Nicole Laino. Hello and welcome to Unshakeable with Human Design. I'm your host, Nicole Laino, and today, this is a topic that has been coming up a lot lately with entrepreneurs about playing small. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons that you might be playing small according to your human design. First, before we dive in, let's clarify what playing small even means. So you might be feeling this. It feels like you're holding back. It feels like you are holding back. You are not truly stretching to your limit. This can often feel in the entrepreneurial space like we're not living up to our potential. I know this is possible, but I'm scared. I know I'm capable of more, but I'm holding myself back. And it can feel a little bit like, I don't know why I'm stuck, or some people can feel like they're holding themselves back, like energetic blocks you might hear. And really what we are talking about is these are areas where we have some conditioning usually. We're not fully stepping into it. And human design, the thing that's so beautiful about it is instead of just looking at it as a whole, so if I'm playing small, if I'm not living up to my potential, that sounds like a global thing, and that can become something about me. Right? So I can look at myself and I can be like, you're not living up to your potential, Nicole. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why you're not going after it. I don't know why this is so hard. I don't know what to do. And it starts to just feel like we are engulfed by this limitation. And what human design allows us to do is let's look at the whole chart and let's break it down piece by piece. You've heard me talk about this before. If you've been listening to the show for a while, you've heard me talk about how I see everything in the human design chart like a dial, like this dial that we have control over, that every center is a dial, every gate is a dial. Everything has the ability to be turned up all the way to the right, all the way to 11 for my Spinal Tap fans, all the way to 11 to high expression, like really dialed up, or really dialed down, right? Everything has that ability. So when we look at it that way, where we look at it like the engineer in the recording studio just being like, the whole song doesn't suck. We just need to turn the vocal down a little bit because it's coming off a little bit shrieky. Maybe we need to rebalance that audio a little bit to make it sound the way that we want it to sound. That's what human design allows us to do. It also keeps it from being so personal. I'm this failure. I'm not good enough. I don't know why I can't get out of my own way. If you've ever said that, this episode is for you. I'm going to help you look at your human design chart through a new lens this way. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons. It's not the only things that it can be, but these are the 3 biggest ones, the 3 biggest reasons that you could be playing small according to your human design. And number 3 is my favorite. Number 3 is I saved the best for last. So be sure to stick around for that one. Before we dive into these tips, I do want to call out that we have a masterclass going on this week on the 21st. This is going on Wednesday. It is called the Unleash Your X Factor free masterclass. And it's all about how to leverage your human design profile to unleash your X factor. So it's going to be amazing. I'm super excited about it. We've had this in the works for a while. It is a 1-day event. It is a 90-minute free masterclass. Please join us. You can go to nicolelaino.me/masterclass and you can register there, or you can go to our podcast links page if you're having trouble finding it. All of our links are always updated there, nicolelaino.me/podcast links. All of this will be linked up in the show notes. So please don't worry. We can magically transport you over there. Or if you go to my Instagram at Nicole Laino Official, we have the links over there as well. You could DM me. So please come to that masterclass. It's going to be amazing. Most of my masterclasses are paid. So this is a free one. So this is a chance to get really amazing value because I deliver like crazy in these masterclasses and get it in for free. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into the content of this episode. I won't keep you with the plugs anymore. So 3 reasons you might be playing small according to your human design. What are the factors inside your chart that might be holding you back? Really, what we're looking at is what's conditioned, what is out of alignment, what is not in its highest expression. Okay? The first one is pretty easy, is type. But when we think about playing small, we don't necessarily think of type all the way. Someone like a projector or a reflector might not see type as being someplace where they play small, okay? Because typically when you hear those types talked about, you hear them talked about because they are more open, because they are different. It's not like manifestor where there's all this power. Manifesting generators, there's all the power. Generators, you have all this building power and energy. The non-energy types get this kind of passive sort of vibe to them and this sort of rap to them. But you can be playing small as a projector, and it's because you're not living up to your projector amazingness. Powerful projectors exist. You guys have the ability to really tap in and hone in on people, but you have to recognize yourself first. So if you are not doing that, you are playing small by not seeing yourself. And this is where you're going to have to anoint yourself. Reflectors, you are going to have to own that you know things other people don't. And you can be playing small as a reflector if you are not standing up for yourself, for what you need, for your specific reflector needs, like being by yourself, like telling people and expressing what it is that you see and feel, owning that you are tapped in on a level that other people could not ever experience. Never, ever, ever. You're very, very rare. Owning that. And of course, then we have our typical energy types, manifesting generators. You're playing small by not owning how powerful you are, by not owning how excited people get by your excitement, by not being in response and acting on things. Generators, same thing, by not being in response to things and not acting on them, by not striking when the iron's hot, by not believing, by thinking you're going to be too much out there. Manifestors, shrinking yourself to make other people comfortable. This is how you can play small. So what ways are you playing small according to your type? Number 2, defined centers. This is not going to apply to my reflector friends. You're going to really lean into your type here. But defined centers are an area where we are meant to play big. We transmit there. That's where the output is. That's what people feel from us. So bringing that into a high expression and being like, this is me. This is who I am, and owning that to such a level where I'm going to use my voice with my defined throat. I'm going to use the power of my mind with my defined head. Own the fact that you transmit thoughts. You can be incredibly inspiring to people just by thinking a thought. Try it. It's amazing what you can do with your defined head. Only 30% of the world has it too. Owning that. Are you owning the gifts that are in your chart? And the defined centers are innate gifts for you. And not that undefined centers are not gifts. It's not necessarily a playing small thing necessarily that I would put it in this category. I'm not at all saying that undefined centers are not as powerful. They're just powerful in a different way. And it's not necessarily in a playing small sort of way. When you're playing small, you're holding yourself back in some way. It's some way that you have a bigness that you're not owning. And defined centers are a huge place for this. It's where your bigness lives. It's obvious bigness. Number 3. This is my favorite. This one has a special place in my heart because this usually is for my clients. This is the thing that is both the hardest to step into for a lot of us. And it's also kind of the scariest. And if you are playing small, typically this one is at play. And it's your profile. Your profile is the role that you are here to play in this movie called your life. It's who you're here to be. Now, when I say that, I mean as like the character of you. It is the tone to the type that you are. Everything in your profile, everything in your human design chart is influenced by your profile. Everything. I'm a 5/1. Every single thing in my defined G center, my defined sacral, everything comes as an expression through the 5 and the 1. Me being a 5/1. It is not a label. I don't like to think of it as a label, like I am a 5/1, but I'm a 5/1. I own that as an identity. And when you own it as an identity and you step into it and you say, I'm not going to be afraid to be all that this is, it's not to like just put it on and wear it like the label, but it's to really look at it and see, what does this mean? Am I owning and stepping into this critical level to the bigness that is my line, my profile? It will influence everything in your chart for better or for worse. It's either going to make everything swell up and be bigger and better and bolder in complete alignment with who you are in your total authenticity, or it's where you will shrink. Most people are shrinking from their profile, from the power that is in it. And everybody shows up differently. So that's why when we see somebody online and they're telling you that this is what power should look like, this is how power should show up, this is what your power is. Some of you are going to have very quiet power. So you trying to be the other way, like somebody else, to be big and bold and brash out there, that is going to be inauthentic to you. It's going to feel wrong. And you're going to think there's something wrong with you because playing big like that doesn't feel right and nobody's responding. But when you're playing big, it's about being truly authentically you and being unapologetic by being like, nope, this is 100% me. And I'm not going to shy away from it. So for me, my 5/1, stepping into that 5/1 is everything. It's everything. And when I look at myself and I see something that is not being expressed in its bigness, if I feel like I'm holding myself back, I ask myself about my profile. I ask key questions and I dig into that and I see if I am feeling out of alignment with it. Where am I shying away from something here? Where am I not owning my bigness in my profile? Where am I holding myself back from really filling out all that this is for me? So I hope that you found this helpful. This is why we are doing this workshop on the 21st of June. It is called Unleash Your X Factor, How to Leverage Your Human Design Profile. And this is all about profile. I'm going to go through everything about profile, breaking it down, why it is so important, some of the key mistakes that I see people making and key factors, how it's holding you back from success specifically. So this is a free masterclass. It is going to be on June 21st at noon Central Time, and you can register for free. It's a 90-minute masterclass. You can register for free. Replays will be available at NicoleLaino.me/masterclass. I hope you join us there because this is going to be amazing. If you haven't taken part in my masterclasses before, they're not like a lot of other people's masterclasses. They are jam-packed with value. People are always telling me when they're free, they're like, I can't believe you just gave all of that away for free. I do it a lot. I really enjoy them. The energy is amazing. The buzz for this has already been great. I hope that you join us there. Go to NicoleLaino.me/masterclass and join us on the masterclass. I hope to see you there. Remember, everyone, in order to have an unshakable business, you must first become an unshakable human. And I hope that we're helping you get there. Please join us next time where we will help continue you on the journey of becoming unshakable with human design. We'll see you then. If you love this episode and you're a fan of the show, please show us the love on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to the show, and leave us a review. And if you'd like to connect with other entrepreneurs on their human design journey, join our free Facebook community, Human Design for Entrepreneurs. Go to NicoleLaino.me/podcast links to join the group, book a human design reading with me, or access our free human design resources. We'll see you there.